So a lot of the calls that we get aren't really at, hey, how do we prevent this from happening? It's always after the fact.
Jen Dunn is a State Farm insurance agent, and she talks from experience. Last year, she had too many claims for frozen pipes.
An eighth of an inch crack in your pipe, that can run 250 gallons of water through your house a day.
She wants homeowners to be proactive. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
And we do annual reviews, and we sit down with our clients each year, and we talk about the different things that can go wrong and what things to look for. And it's not a topic that everyone's very excited to always talk about. But what we find is when we can really get someone to come in and sit down, their whole world opens. They learn a lot about the coverages that they purchase and how they're protecting themselves and why they're protecting themselves. So maybe, even possibly when you go to write your insurance premiums out, you feel a little bit better about what you're doing because you understand this is the whole breadth of what insurance does for me.
And with the freezing temps and less than a month into winter, chances are your home could be at risk. One of the most important things a homeowner can do is take a full assessment of what their risks are.
So taking a walk around your house and seeing what's going on. Don't just assume that everything's going well. If ice and snow are building up, how deep is it on your roof? Yeah. And you want to make sure that you're aware of what's going on. Kind of like when they taught us when we first got our driver's license, every time you get in the car, you walk around your car. Yeah. I mean, do we still really do that often? We get out of the practice of doing it, but you want to make sure your tires are safe, right? When you're driving. So my biggest piece of advice is just know what the risks are, and then you can manage them better.
And here are some simple tasks that can help protect pipes and homes when a severe freeze is predicted. 1. Open cabinet doors to allow heat to get to piping under sinks and vanities near exterior walls. Run a small trickle of water at vulnerable cold and hot faucets. You're going to want to insulate pipes in your home's crawl space or attic and seal leaks that allow cold air inside. And also disconnect garden hoses and, if practical, use an indoor valve to shut off and drain water from pipes leading to outside faucets. And Jen stresses, if you're going away for an extended period of time, be sure to maintain adequate heat inside your home, no lower than 55 degrees.
Last year we had a claim where someone was overseas and the police contacted them because their alarms eventually went off. Their entire home was flooded and it was frozen solid thick because it was several days before anything activated to really create an issue.
And last winter, another source of major claim activity, ice dams.
Even here at my brand new building, ice, it just piled up, and it piled up so quickly and so heavy to be able to get up there. And it took my gutters down. Thank God there was no additional damage, but it happens because of the fact that they cannot sustain all of that weight. And when the ice just starts to glacier there, it holds onto the roof and water starts seeping in through different seams in the roofing, depending on what your roof structure is. So it can cause a lot of interior damage as well. You start to see leaks in your family room, you see the paint kind of discolored, then you have an issue. It's tough. A home is a huge responsibility, and a lot of things can go wrong with it, but I think the more educated you can get about understanding, hey, what is an ice dam? How can I prevent them? Am I susceptible to that? Certain sides of your house, because it's not exposed to sun, are definitely more susceptible than others. So I think that goes along with really understanding your property layout and what each risk is. But have the conversation. Have the conversation with your builder. Have the conversation with friends who are in the trade. But most importantly, have a conversation with your insurance agent. Make sure that you understand what the coverage is there and how do you make sure you're properly protected.
For more tips on protecting your home, log on to statefarm.com and look for the loss prevention link. For hvnn.com, I'm Donna Ryer.